Hi, my name is Adriana, and I am doing my project on Friends. Many of you may be familiar with the show when Rachel Green, played by Jennifer Aniston, walks into Central Park Coffee House in her wedding dress, all frantic, in hopes to find her best friend Monica, and only for reasons because she's scared to get married and she doesn't think she's ready for the real world, and not being able to be attached to her father's finances as well. Also, she wanted to reconnect with Monica from high school and see how she is and just catch up before she decides to make the biggest decision of her life and see if it's a mistake or not. So eventually, Rachel moves in with Monica. Over the series, she creates this sort of social identity, and becomes attached to the rest of the gang, who are Joey, Chandler, Phoebe, and Ross. So for my thesis, I am saying a small group of friends joined together reveals the importance of social identity, place attachment, and common value while living in New York City. So with this thesis, I'm going to talk about in the first point how Rachel connects to social identity throughout the series. One of the quotes I'm using is by Boghossian and other authors. Establishing this type of social interaction shows how one will respect themselves in a place and how place has influenced their way of interacting with others within that community. So I say this only because it's true. Over the series, Rachel, like I said earlier, she does become attached to this sixth group of friends after reconnecting with Monica from high school, and she eventually does learn how to become independent, detached from her father, because she grew up in a world attached from her father, and not being able to really be herself because she relied on his finances, his money, and that was her full support. Even as a grown woman living in the city, she was scared to become independent and make that huge decision whether she wants to move in with Monica and not be tied with her dad, or still live with her father and still have as much money as she wants to have. So next one is for Central Perk and Joey's apartment. I connected it with place attachment, and I use Manzo, both quotes from Manzo and other authors. And the first one is place attachment and how it's influenced by emotions, giving value to that place. And the second one is in the community-related dimensions table. Place identity and attachment have a cognitive affective relationship to how individuals interact with their community. So usually when this group of individuals discover their place in society, they frequently come together at certain places and create this form of place attachment, which is why I connected it to Central Perk and Joey's apartment. And so throughout this series, this sixth group of friends, they are brought together around Central Perk Coffee House, and eventually, over time, it did become a value to them. For several reasons. After Rachel came into the picture, it became her first job as an independent woman, trying to make money and live on her own. And Phoebe, as we all know, she played Smelly Cat every open mic, and no matter how much everyone loved her, they always knew that this is where Phoebe played. Also, it's very conveniently located downstairs from Joey's and Monica's apartment. Another reason is for place attachment and how it evolves. It's shown throughout Joey's apartment over time. When Joey and Chandler used to live together, they first bought an air hockey table together as their first piece of furniture, and that it was hard for him to let go of the air hockey table after Chandler left. And it's still in his apartment over the series, over the 10 seasons, stays there. But before Chandler moved into Monica's apartment after they started dating and got married, Chandler's door was sawed in half in one episode, and Joey never took the time to repair that. Even after Rachel moved in, Joey decided not to repair it just because it came of value to him. It reminded him of how him and Chandler used to be really good roommates, and that became a memorable experience for them. So the last one is for Central Perk and Common Value, how I related those two together. I also use quotes from Manzo. The first one is, as Central Perk continues to become a core value, or as Central Perk continues to become a core place throughout the show, it functions as a space evolved into a place endowed with value. And when we have a shared connection, we also create patterns of beliefs, preferences, feelings, values, and goals. With this, how place is brought out by a common value amongst these group of friends. Central Perk did become a common value throughout the whole series. Overall, it became a place where the group shared memories throughout their lives, reconnected with other people. That couch and how that coffee table in the center of the room brought them together. It made conversation. And when Rachel, Monica, and Ross, they were friends prior to meeting everyone else. So whenever they did get the chance, they would always talk about high school memories and share it with the rest of the group. And another common value plays into this series is sharing a common goal. So with Phoebe, we didn't know much about Phoebe other than knowing she had a twin sister and a long-lost mother. The group in one episode had discovered that Phoebe had never ridden a bike, and her neighbor, when she was a child, had this really nice bike, and she always envied her about it. So one day Ross decided to go and buy her a bike, and they realized that she had never ridden a bike nor owned one as well. So they all decided to share that common goal in helping throughout that episode in helping Phoebe learn how to ride that bike. So my thesis once again, are a small group of friends joined together reveals the importance of social identity, place attachment, and common value while living in New York City. After going through these points, I do believe some of the sources I have are appropriate for each argument towards my thesis, and some other quotes that I could probably use up on are the first one where it talks about social identity and how it relates to Monica. Maybe I can have another quote on that could help. Other than that, maybe another more insight on how common value is related to place and how it's shown in there. But yeah.